This is All Things Transformers, Episode 21. Yes, 21. Recorded Saturday, April 25th, 2009. Transformers, all it needs to Transformers, robots in disguise. Transformers. Welcome to All Things Transformers, Episode 21. Yes, the epic number that has beaten everything I've done at TF Wire. And you're listening to me, Steve/Megatron, and my co-host,
Mike, TFG1 Blanchard from the TFG1 podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
So, what has been new?
Well, we recorded episode zeros of the Beast Unleashed podcast, M-Wire Movie Week in Review, and Tooncast. I went to Target yesterday after selling my Bose PC speaker system that I could no longer use, because actually it works fine, but when I originally got it and was going to use it in accordance with recording and all that stuff, Audacity would not recognize it. So I had to disconnect it, put my old speakers back up, and I sold it for half of its value yesterday. I went to Target looking for Tiny Toon Adventures Season 1 Volume 2 on DVD, which I found, and I happened to be perusing the Transformers aisle of the toys, and just so happens I found Leader Class Magnus of Animated.
We must return the old Spock to Cybertron.
And I also found two of Jazz, because I do not, once I transform figures into robot mode, that's where they stay. The only ones that I transform back and forth are my G1 figures, and I do that very rarely. But so I have two of Jazz, two of Magnus. They're really awesome figures. The only reason why I even picked up Magnus was because he was leader class. He was already in robot mode, and I didn't have to transform him. Jazz is really cool. The nunchucks kind of... they're cool once you get them in his hands, but to get them in his hands, it's kind of weird. But yeah, he's really, really cool. So, yep. That's been my latest additions to my TFA collection, which now, besides those two, I have Blur, Purple Shockwave, two Elite Guard Bumblebee because of the transformation thing. And I think that's it for the TFA toys that I have. Yeah, we're getting into launching Geekcast Radio and all that stuff, so that's working.
Yep, and currently I am trying to figure out a design that I want to, throw in for the Geekcast Radio, because I don't want something similar to ATTF or its actual host, PredaconEmpire.com.
Yeah.
I want to create something new for once.
Yes.
And, yes, instead of rehashing my old site over and over.
Yes.
Got a couple ideas for it, but it will feature all of the podcasts on there, including this one, but this one will be dual hosted under both sites.
Yes. Yep. There really hasn't been much news. I was looking at TFW and the most interesting things for me are the fact that the trailer for Revenge of the Fallen will be out the 29th in 20 cities. I guess as I didn't really read the full news item, I guess it's as they're going to re-release the original 2007 live-action movie and play it ahead of it, which I think is kind of stupid, but that's just me.
Yeah, and it'll be shown at the IMAXs.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, there's a news item on TFW's website, tfw2005.com, that says that Japan is getting it first. June 8th is the world premiere in Japan. That fucking sucks.
Yes, it does. And it says the premiere will be attended by the man himself, Michael Bay, and the stars Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox.
Yes, it's actually LaBeouf, but whatever.
Whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
LaBeouf, LaBeouf.
La bitch.
The boof.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes. Yeah, whatever. Actually, I was looking at that footage that they released, that Michael Bay released, and Shia just, I don't know if it's the way he's aging, but he just doesn't look like he's healthy. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
You got to remember, he got in a car accident like right at the beginning of the movie, and he was still recovering through the entire movie.
Oh no, I understand that, but I'm just saying his face. It just, I mean, just the expressions he uses, and just it looks like somebody cloned him badly. It just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it sucks that Japan's getting it first, because Japan never gets shit first. We always do.
They get the hand-me-downs because they're the pirate capital of the world.
Yes, they are, actually.
Not pirates. I mean, like, physically, they pirate digital media.
Yeah, I got what you meant.
No, they're going to go hijack Michael Bay. Hold him for ransom. Give me your Transformers.
Can you imagine a Japanese pirate? Like, actual Japanese pirate on a... God, I can't even think about that. That's just... No. No.
With his samurai sword and his laser cannon. Give me my Iron Man suit, I shall go destroy them. Where's Megatron when you need him?
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Give me my friggin' fusion cannon. Anyways, yeah, and there's also the 2.5-minute clip on Revenge of the Fallen online for Michael Bay's Show West 2009, which is pretty cool.
Well, that's what I was talking about a second ago.
Yeah, well, I think I covered it in last episode too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think we did.
Because I'm a lazy bastard, and I didn't listen all the way. Yes. And also posted, I think after we recorded that episode, Newt BotCon 2009 video appeared from the BotCon site, and it's got Optimus Prime calling G1 Megatron, and then Starscream keeps butting in because they're talking about making an appearance at BotCon and getting the exclusive figures. And of course, Starscream has to know and has to be number one at everything, and so he ends up flying past Megatron. Megatron kind of sounded like him, but I can tell that it's impersonators for both.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm wondering if they're actually going to have Peter Cullen and Frank Welker at the convention.
I would assume Cullen would be there because, obviously, the movie, and it's fucking in California. Welker, I'm not sure. Michael...
But he does live in L.A., so
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but, I mean, well, like I was going to say, Michael Wilson and I have had lengthy discussions whether he has actually ever been to a BotCon before. And I think he had been to one, I don't remember, but... And then Michael is saying that he hasn't ever been to BotCon, so I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I don't think he's ever been to one.
I don't know.
I know David Kay's been to a couple.
Yeah, David Kay has been to a few, and then obviously Cullen has. I think it'd be awesome if they were both there, but if not, I would still like to see Cullen there. I wish the BotCon people, since it is official now It's the official Transformers convention or whatever.
The official Transformers Collectors Convention, also known as BotCon.
Yes. I wish that they would do a video every year for people that aren't available to go to it. At least we could experience it, in some way, shape, or form. That's what I liked best about not really best, but the first 2 seasons of the G1 sets. They had a taste of BotCon in 2002 and a taste of BotCon in 2003. Of course,
what they should do is like how Disney does it, send out a disc to preview what's going on there so they can try and show people what they'll be seeing.
Yeah, really.
Like you're saying, just send them a disc with all the stuff, even if you had to pay the shipping and handling of the disc. I mean, it would be worth it to see, some of what you would see.
Oh, yeah.
Or mostly pay for the interviews. I mean, hell, I'd pay $5 for an interview disc of, what they ask all the voice actors.
Oh, yeah, the panels and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think they could market it very well. I mean, hell, they market the toys very well for the exclusives. Have an exclusive DVD that you can buy, and have all the special stuff, like the panels, like a brief run-through of the dealer room, not really going in depth with that, but just all kinds of stuff. They could make a killing off of DVDs for BotCon. But, whatever.
Well, whatever they decide to do, hopefully it'll be a good venture for them.
Yes.
And, god damn it, I wish that we could have one closer again to our region. I wish I could have gone to the Ohio one, but that was still, the way my money is right now, I can't go.
Yeah. Which
sucks. I mean, I would have loved to have gone, especially to meet David Kaye.
Oh, yeah. Well, the one that was in Cincinnati last year, the Shattered Glass one, I really wanted to go. But just adding up... Cincinnati's only an hour and a half away from me.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours for me.
Probably an hour if you speed.
It'd be about an hour if I sped.
Yeah. But I added up the cost of the hotel plus obviously 2 packages because my mom would have to go with me, and it came out to about $1,200. And yeah, no, I didn't have $1,200 then, so whatever.
Well, I'm getting married, so all my money's tied up.
Yeah, and your money will be tied up for the rest of your life.
Well, she did say that if there was one closer or whatever, and I didn't have to stay at a hotel or whatever, I'd probably just sleep in my car. But anyways, I'd probably still go.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't care really to get the figures unless it was something that I really wanted, but I would probably pay to do all the rest of the venues.
Oh, yeah.
Because that alone would be worth it.
Yeah. Yep. I don't think there's really any other news. I guess I can kind of talk about today's episode of Animated. It was Human Error Part 2. And basically the Autobots, the main Autobots, Optimus, Bumblebee, Ratchet, Bulkhead, Prowl, they're all still stuck in Soundwave's little virtual reality world. Sari's going around trying to find people who can help her break them out. She actually teams up with Scrapper, Snarl, and Retgar returns. Retgar pops out from under the sea. So that was pretty cool. Actually, when she first gets to Dinobot Island, Grimlock and Swoop want to destroy her, which I forget who said it. It might have been one of the TFW podcast guys. The Dinobots in this series are so fucking dumb. They are dumber than G1. I mean, it's just horrible, because every time you see them, all his Grimlock wants to do is destroy people. It's like he hasn't learned anything over 3 seasons. And then somehow Snarl in the episode, Grimlock and Snarl get into a fight, and somehow Scrapper makes Snarl his pet, which that doesn't make any sense to me. Soundwave wants to brainwash the Autobots, turn them evil. He uses Ratbat and Laserbeak's guitar forms to do this. Once the Autobots eventually break out of the spell, Optimus ropes Laserbeak, holds him, forces him to transform, and Soundwave and Prime have a Guitar Hero war, is basically the best I can describe it. it's Prime saying, "Soundwave, you need to change. It's time to change your tune." And he like strums out on Laserbeak, and then they start battling each other. And I actually don't remember how it ends. I forget. I'll have to go back and watch it tonight when I get the direct download. But hopefully, with this storyline behind us, we can go back to Cybertron stuff, because I want to know how that plays out.
Oh yeah,
the whole.
I personally cannot wait to see the episode.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a good
loved
episode.
This whole season.
Yeah, it's like I think I said it in the last episode, or I said it online to you or somebody else. The only bad episode this entire season that I did not like was Three's a Crowd, and that episode was the Dirt Boss episode. Other than that, I mean, the whole season has just been awesome. I just want them to get back to the whole Cybertron storyline of Shockwave and Long Arm, whatever, and I want to see Rodimus and them again. So, yeah. Other than that,
and I want to find out what the hell happened to Magnus, whether he's going to die or Prime or Sentinel's going to take over.
Well, right now, according to, I think it was the Predacons Rising episode, Sentinel has gone to take over temporary as intern leader of Cybertron until Magnus recovers or whatever. I mean, it hasn't been stated that Magnus is dead. It's been stated that he's in sick bay or repair bay or whatever the hell you want to call it. So
he's in stasis.
Yeah, something or other. I don't know. It's just messed up. I don't even know if that came through.
I heard it.
You may have heard it, but I don't know if it came through on the audio on my end. So hopefully it did. But yeah, I don't know. I really wish that they would come back. I'm hoping that they would come back for a fourth season. It's actually funny. I think it was last week or the week before. Derek J. Wyatt made a comment on Twitter, something about all TFA fans are douches or something or other. And I messaged him back and said, I'm not a douchebag. And then I asked him a question. I said, so are we getting a season 4? And he goes, wait, I thought you weren't douche. I said, I'm not. I was just curious. I said, it's 1 a.m. I'm half asleep and I want to know. He goes, oh, well, I'm not allowed to comment on anything season 4 yet. I was like, okay, cool. So, at least there hasn't been an official announcement saying that season 3 is it. Even though probably will be, which sucks. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I have. I don't know what else you want to talk about, but that's pretty much all I have to discuss.
Well, I was going to say something about the game, but the new Transformer the movie game is going to feature Devastator in it, possibly the Protectobots.
Ah.
It features Soundwave in satellite mode with a G1-ish sounding voice. No word on if you can play him or not.
Cool.
Cullen has full game voicing. The other characters, nobody knows if they're coming back or if it's new.
Yeah.
They keep stressing that Megatron's dead, but not really. There's different kinds of gauges in there, and invincibilities and super combos, and it's a lot, from what I've read, it's a lot better than the original movie.
Yes,
game.
But there's one problem. We discussed this previously. They did not remove the time constraint levels.
Yeah, I'm still reading into that, so...
Well, I heard it on the TFW podcast when they talked about it whatever the last episode was that they talked about it, and they said that the time constraint levels are in there.
Well, it would be a great game other than that.
Yeah.
There's, from what I've read, there's tons of downloadable content. You can upgrade your characters. You can do like kind of RPG-ish things, unlockables, multiplayer online, capture the flag, a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the time constraint doesn't affect the online or just standalone play. Like if you're not following the game.
Yeah, I think the time. I think the time. The time missions are for the single player. I don't know. I haven't done research on it, but I think that's what the TFW guys said, was that it was probably for the single player missions, just by yourself to go through the game. But I can't be for sure.
Oh, and it says subgroups like the aerial bots, combaticons, protectobots will be in the game. There's some G1 skins, and you do get the ability to, again, climb buildings, jump rooftops. You can, if you get a jetpack, you can fly.
That's cool.
Yep. And you can fire your gun from vehicle mode, but different firepower.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall the game looks to be very cool. I'm just hoping that the time constraint doesn't kill it like it did in the last game, because if so, I won't be picking it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait, unlike last time where I picked it up when it first came out. I'm going to wait and see what happens.
Yep. I don't think I'll be picking it up, because it's probably going to be one of those games that tells me I can't install it because I have to upgrade my video card. So
I'll just buy it for my Nintendo Wii. I'm not buying it for the PC just because, unless I have to use the Wiimotes, I use the either classic controller or GameCube, because I don't like to play my fighting games like that.
yeah. Well, for those of us who don't have a next generation system, I would have to pick it up for the PC.
Yeah. My system, I'm pretty sure, is too old now to do it, even though it's only a year old.
Yeah. A year in computer talk is like 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess that ties it up for all the news and episode information.
Yes.
If anybody would contact us, you can send email to tfg1podcast@gmail.com for Mike, or myself. You can send to podcast@PrediconEmpire.com. You can also reach us on Twitter, TFG1Podcast, or SCP21.
Yes.
And also our new handle, Geekcast Radio, on Twitter, which is for the new network.
Yes.
And expect to see new stuff on geekcastradio.com as well as PrediconEmpire.com.
Yep.
I will be getting all of the podcast description episodes and feed burner links and RSS links and all the artwork and everything all attached to the site, as well as who's hosting and what the topic is or the title of the episode or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I was actually going to change my Twitter from TFG1 Podcast to Tooncast, and found out that Tooncast was taken, and I don't feel like trying to email Twitter and asking them whatever to change or whatever. It's from somebody that doesn't even have a picture up, and the last time they posted was like last year sometime. I don't even remember what the date was on their first post. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the Twitter as mine anyway, is TFG1 Podcast, and just change the art. I'll just have the Tooncast art for my Twitter image. So yeah, there really isn't anything new with TFG1. We just released episode 14. Episode 15 will be out this week, so get your ass in gear and start editing that shit.
I will. 15 won't take that long.
No,
I'll do that.
no,
I'll do that Monday. 16 is going to be the mammoth.
Yeah, 16 is going to be the mammoth. I'm actually still working on getting a couple of roundtable clips for that, which hopefully I can do this week. If not, it'll just be done. Yeah, 16, as I've said, I think I said it last episode, and I think I've posted it on PE, I've posted it on Earth2.net, I've posted on TFW. Episode 16 will be the last episode for the month of May. And then we're going to go on a slight hiatus until after June. I think June 5th is the next Friday that would release an episode. And that'll be episode 17 for TFG1, which will be the Season 3 premiere of the G1 cartoon. So, yep, that's pretty much all that's going on with TFG1.
Yep, and as always, you can get your fix for Transformer needs at the PrediconEmpire.com forums, as well as in our podcast network. Be sure to check out TFG1 Podcast, just so that if anybody's wondering. Episode 16, the movie roundtable, will feature
Stan Bush.
Yes, Stan Bush.
I was lucky enough to get an interview with Stan. I originally contacted Mike of This Week in Geek and said, hey, is there any possible way you could pass me some information or contact him yourself to see if I could get him on the podcast, because obviously his music and Vince DiCola's music is a big part of the movie. I have not contacted Vince yet, so Vince DiCola probably will not be on episode 16, but I had a nice, I think it's like 26 to 30-minute interview with Stan, so that will be on episode 16. That was just really awesome. It's my first ever celebrity interview of anybody, and I think I did very well not to geek out, because I was so ready to geek out on Stan Bush.
Shit, I'd be like that if I heard Walker or David Kaye or anybody from the original.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, yeah, episode 16 is going to be epic and awesome, and everybody should listen to it. Also, I haven't mentioned this in a while. Please, please, please leave us iTunes reviews, especially with all the new shows that are going to be coming out. I think that I've honed my podcasting craft a little bit since the first 9 episodes of TFG1. So please leave us iTunes reviews, because that really helps the podcast and it really helps us grow. Even though episode 24, which will be Rebirth, will be the last episode. Actually, I'm thinking about reworking not episode 25. I'm thinking about not making that the live-action movie roundtable, because probably by then we will both have the Matrix of Leadership edition collector sets for the G1 cartoon, and I'm thinking of making episode 25 the discussion for that, just to discuss the sets and the bonus features that are on that. And then I don't even know if I'm going to do a live-action movie roundtable. I haven't decided yet or not. Hell, I haven't even watched the first movie in forever.
Well, what we could always do for that is we could always throw that in MY.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I guess so that we stop rambling and bugging you on Geekcast Radio, even though we want you to go to Geekcast Radio and keep talking about Geekcast Radio.
Yeah, so let's see how many times we can say Geekcast Radio or GeekCastRadio.com or Tooncast or the Beast Wars Unleashed or the Beast Unleashed podcast. But yeah, so I believe we're going to end with.
Don't be a hero, Optimus. It's not in your programming.
Ultra Magnus.
That's right.
Yes, except I, Megatron, will destroy Magnus.
Whatever, you dinosaur dodo.
Yes, that's why I killed Optimus Prime.
Yeah, okay. That wasn't you, that was your G1 counterpart.
No, I blew his head off. Optimus Primal got in the way.
Alright, and on that note, we are ending this. See you guys later.
Yes.
Yeah, Steve/Megatron signing off.